Hello everyone, I'm gonna lower the music. How are you? I've just had a naughty person, so that's what all that was about. Once in a while, these people find you when you advertise something. So, good evening, wherever you are. The radiation that went out via hand gestures was very centered on, parasite cleaning from the eyes, parasite removal in terms of energy, parasite removal making eyes clearer, and general soothing, and your own self epiphany to miracle, to trust the miracle. And even myself, I am growing where I know that the energy coming through will cure you. I know the energy coming through can cause a miracle. And for this to just be open, even for myself, I have an eye allergy in my right eye, and it was soothed during that time. But also, as this gift, skill, and energy is presented to me, I present it out to you. This is a growing, exponential, very empowering cosmic lights, cosmic frequencies, tones, um, sounds, colors, calibrations, calculations, equations, formulas, all manner of sacred comb geometries, known and unknown, hidden and revealed. There's also Sophia codes. A lot of times, what comes through previous is things that might look like they're going into a computer program, computer download, ancient Aramaic, and just lots of lights and or symbols. Sometimes I hear things, but during this radiation was very, very interesting for me that I was sharing with you. I could not control my hands. I was really waiting for a time that the energy might slow down and be short, but it was coming through. So I know there's something in it for you. Just allow it, bask in it. Let me know if you're soothed by any of it, uplifted. And because it wasn't really that long, you could sit in front of it, just be aware, sit in front of it. You don't have to have anything special to have drunk or thought, just accept to be open to the energy coming to you and that your heart's authentic desire to feel uplifted and soothed, at least that much. And then the allowance of your miracle, allowance that the parasite stuff is being removed, escorted to the golden portal where it cannot come back or harm to anyone. But let me know, try it a few times, see how you think. It really was very powerful on my part. As you saw my hands shake, I don't know what it looked like in the rerun, but my hands were shaking. It felt a lot of energy, uncontrollable. I just let things just evolve in a natural progression. The energy sessions this way are not long, but certainly one to one, remotely, they are long. I scan the whole body. I use crystals, prayers, mantras. In fact, whatever I was, saying and thinking, I did not repeat out loud. But that which I do pass on to you via voice clip, and then it's and things are written and photographed for you to see and review and hear through voice audio for you to review after the session, so I can be contacted. In the description, there's Syrian Star Oracle at gmail.com, all that stuff. So I wish you enjoyed that part. And you may have noticed the picture. This was from last night's choosing in terms of the overall theme of this radiation for healing and clarity, for the energy cosmic transmission to come through to exponentially help you grow, to have your miracle, to have your soothing. And it was accept the opportunity that is offered. And it was an opportunity for me too, because I did not know how the energy was going to come through. It's always a little bit different or a lot different. And it's number 19 too, which is a balanced duality, that which is above, so below, within, without, the right, the left, the yin, the yang, the eternal ever figure eight, which can be money, but also in this case, it's the never ending exponential movement of the universe, that the all is one, the one is all, that whatever is processed, terminated, dies, still never dies. It goes somewhere else in the infinite mind, the cosmic ray, the cosmic platform of energy that we come from, that you could call God or Allah or the infinite mind, consciousness, the force. It will be transmuted. It will not only be transmuted by that infinite intelligence, but also by the collective of our own desires from all, you know, are coming together to experience the evolution, the awareness, the awakening for planetary and personal evolution. It's just time. It can't be denied. It's been a great prophesized time. So let me take a sip of tea. And what I have tonight is called Julia's Tea Chamomile Herbal Tea, Pure Chamomile Blossoms. I got this from, you can see it really well. I got it from a local, Julia's Teas. I got it from a local coffee shop in Worcester, Massachusetts, where it's kind of high priced coffee, and I don't know, I like all the taste or what's the, sometimes it's just, the best of coffees just taste so differently than maybe not the best of coffees, and it's whatever your palate get used to. But I like the idea of the tea. I like seeing the, chamomile, leaves and everything. I just love them. And so I actually just put it in my hydro flask. It's a little bit hard to see probably with this particular light. But anyways, hydro flask. There it is. And there is an opening, so give me a moment. And what I wanted to do initially was take one of my desks and tonight pick a compliment to the overview of tonight in this particular radiation in terms of accept the opportunity that is offered. So compliment to that theme coming into tonight for the couple of cards that will come and support to how to take a look at receiving and understanding, allowing, not that you even have to completely understand it, but to understand it in the sense of that you desire it, that you are worthy, that this thing works despite proof of showing you on paper. It's your time, your miracle, your power. And you deserve the very best. You came through with the very best to have a human experience, and we're all remembering. And so we may come, perhaps, with some idea of a lifetime, bits of lifetime that's hanging over and seems to dominate. But that too is a belief, and that's a belief is a thought you think over and over. Just like much people, for example, a very easy one is people believe in ghosts and hauntings and such. Now, it doesn't mean that those things don't happen. I do believe that that is experienced. Again, this is energy, and energy can be transmuted, and stuck energy can be transmuted. It can be commanded forward to the golden portal. It can be commanded forward to be at peace. It can be shown a light of virtue, care, nobility to move on. Some people like the idea of having spirits hang around, and in all honesty, there are many invisible helpers all around us. The angels, the elementals, galactic presences. There are dark and evil forces, but if you do not dwell on conjuring them in and live in fear, live in a chatter of despair where you're spell casting the harm of others, you need not feel these bumps or hiccups of a negative lower vibe. It won't happen because you are putting out the energy of protection and love. Love, the most powerful frequency. You are putting out that radiation of goodness and nobility and loyalty and freedom and desire for the ultimate optimum rejuvenation and return to original blueprint. When you put these things out there, and even if you don't know the words that I know, but your feeling of upliftment, your feeling of wanting to feel harmony, goodness, and gladness, your feeling of wanting to share kindness and have kindness be showered back upon you. Love, because you are love in a human form. We're just experiencing the observer with our eyes, our feeling, our bodies, our radiation affects the field and the outcome. Just stick with it. Just allow it by sticking with your desire. And yes, you're allowed to change. Now, we are master generators in this month of December, and this will mean your goodness, gladness, radiation of desire will come and is there for you. So believe it, know it, feel it, feel it. What does it feel like? Feel the soothing, feel the upliftment, feel the desire. What would that feel like? How would it feel to be non-bothered by that which was bothering you? That, oh, I got to a different level. Oh, I noticed ease. Oh, I noticed clarity. Oh, I noticed it's gone. I'm going to choose harmony. I'm going to choose ease. I'm going to choose soothing. I'm going to choose optimum health. I'm going to choose thinking lightness and positive at little bits, even incrementally, on that road of better is better, better is better, better is better, better is getting more better, better is better. That's it. Some days, some moments will be maybe challenging or even hard to do that. So go gentle on yourself. You are a radiant divine being chosen to put in the human body. So it's not so much to say, oh, limitation, but more to say, I'm having this experience. I'm observing this. I would prefer that. And I know that by soothing myself, that will come about. And in time, the mastery of immediate manifestation is ours. The, the idea of that is the desire for that alignment, the desire for the reasons we want it, and the believing of allowing, the knowing of allowing, the certainty of allowing to be partnered with that. And that is just your natural state of being if you so choose to evolve to that. It basically is be here now, surrender to organic good and the flow. Notice when you're speaking ill about yourself, others, or a situation. Just say that was temporary. That used to be me. I'm going to choose to give this over to an angel guide, teacher, or invisible helper to soothe. And I'm going to focus back on a music, an animal, a child, a pet, a situation, whatever that is, that brings you soothing, joy, happy, smiles, lightness, those things. And mentioning your gratitudes, mentioning your pillow is fine, you like your cozy clothing, you have smiles at your job, you love taking your morning walk. It's really great when you get to the gym. You love long drives. You like the sky, how blue it is. You enjoy rainy days. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. Thank you for that which you have. Just name those things that make you smile or soothe you. And also thank the things that you had just calling in your radiation of miracle for your eye clarity, for your parasites are eliminated, your parasites are removed. You're calling in the thankfulness and that feeling, even in nanoseconds, that you are uplifted because that radiation of gratitude also speeds up the miracle action, speeds up the miracle financial action, speeds up the miracle of the trust. Just trusting in the face of not seeing. Got a kitty here. Okay, so let's see. I'm not going to use 3 decks. I'm just going to see what deck is calling me the most to kind of just make sense of this. Is it this one? Oh, stop now. She wants to play with the microphone cord. Stop now. No, no, you know better. You know better. Stop. Sorry. Yeah. Didn't mean to poke you hard. Sorry. The kitty, this particular kitty, will eat wires when she wants my attention. So normally I will let her sit up here. So I'm on a pillow that she likes. I usually have another pillow. I did not know she was going to come in the room and do this. So I may remove her for a minute. But what I want to do is pick a card. I like this one. I want to pick that one. 1 second. Let me just feel out. Do you want to go with this one? Okay, get this one right. Okay. So let's pick out, as we did the radiation, let's pick out a card here. And I'm not going to look at them just yet. And I'm going to shuffle and I'm just going to basically ask for a card. Give us a card of highest destiny that will help us with tonight's radiation. An overview of what's to come and 2 other cards for support for how to look at our healing, for how to look at and accept this radiation for upliftment, soothing, miracle action. Oh, that's the card. The card that kind of flipped forward. So we're going to take a look at that one. And put this here. And now, oops, that will work out all right. And now let's pick 2 cards from here. It'll be what Spirit wants. 1 or 2 cards. I don't think we need a whole big reading, but I don't really control. I just kind of go with that flow. See what happens. Right? Just see what happens. So the 2 cards that will come forward. Please, I don't want a whole list. I don't want a whole list. Please be nice. A couple of cards that will support tonight's theme of removal of the eye parasites, eye allergy parasites, clarity around eyesight, the healing, the soothing, the miracle, understanding, being open to all this, how to work with this, how to accept this, what we need to do, or what we need to allow. What would be for our highest and best to complement tonight's topic, and also showing us what would be in the highest. Okay, well, I got 3, so them's that, and that's what we'll go with, and we'll figure out the rest. So let me just want to make sure I get this out of my way enough so it's not a bother. That, we don't need this. Okay, so I did get 3 cards. There'll be 4 cards total. I'll try to incorporate numbers and numbers or colors. Now, there are many archangels and crystals associated with this. However, since I don't know the cards in advance and I would have to do a little bit of research for that, I'm going to be making up a list of all archangels and my own list of other masters I call in. I'm going to be doing color associations, like tone associations and crystal associations. So I'm going to have that part in my book. But right now, I don't. Will give you as much information as I can. Okay, so the overall theme from just doing the radiation to help with our healing, the radiation that went out for the clarity and, the healing parasites for the eyes. So this one is a messenger of water, and I'm not sure if it was upside down. If it was any cards that come to me upside down, because on the book, it seemed to be that it could have been upside down. The upside down to me only means a temporary hiccup or we were in temporary holding pattern, or we've just shifted into in the understanding of that which we've called upon. So I'm going to show you the card because it's really beautiful. It's called Messenger of Water. It's so ethereal. It's got this aqua blue, aquamarine. So in the higher realm of the body, the insight, the clarity, the receiving of the gift of that insight, the knowing what to do. The human allowing itself in a different realm, or perhaps even a mer lady in a different realm, partnered with the sea animals and water. Water is gaseous, a solid, and liquid. It's a very powerful force of nature. The pearls, the goldenness, the pearls of purity, the gold. I call when you transmute parasites, I bring them to the place that's the golden portal, which you can read about as well. But I looked at as the place of transmutation, a place where the infinite mind, well, it sees all anyway, but I just ask that entities, for example, shadow or evil or inharmony, is escorted by the red dragon, gold dragon, white dragon, usually red dragon, or all three, to the golden portal, where all these entity types, they're there in essence in a place of, I don't like to call it limbo, but that is where they will be transmuted to their next steps, whatever infinite mind has deemed correct for their evolution, their transmutation. Can this particular energy be allowed to stay? Is it transmuted enough, or does it need to be terminated, and yet its energy will be going out into the void where it will culminate in whatever origin, whatever next steps it needs to be for the balance of the universe, the balance of its own next step, whether it be being, an animal being and a people type being, invisible being, whatever that energy is. So let's see what the messenger of water holds for us as a theme of this particular radiation for tonight, for the next few cards coming up. Okay. So messenger of water, this is interesting. Romantic attraction, chivalry, admiration, seeing the best in others, heightened emotional awareness, a call to fall in love with yourself. I think what's very applicable is a call to fall in love with yourself, heightened emotional awareness. Now, for some of you, it may mean that you are perhaps also wanting some sort of romantic attraction, something virtuous to show up as in chivalry and admiration, and seeing the best in others. So, and overall for this time, when we start to give up limited ways of seeing, when we start to give up seeing things only one way as the real way, our eyesight, it's very possible, may improve because we're not stuck in rigidity of a particular funnel of way of seeing. Much like you might know that I advertise and advocate a lot that there's been evil on the planet, and its growth of dominance, its growth of as its own parasite, is to work through the mindset of us as children, to work through those who have children, and in all facets of evil domination, experimentation, and the worst of anything that might come to your lips to say. But even that goes back to the infinite mind, to the golden portal where it's transmuted, because the infinite mind created all things. So seeing the best in others is always helpful for you to rise in evolution of energy and awareness and your own abilities of powers. That in a heightened emotional awareness, we can cure ourselves because we are sensitive to allowing and being and doing and just allowing that miracle. And in a sensitivity of this, we don't all even have to fall back on old ways. We can just allow our own vulnerability of growth. And this would be really important, a call to fall in love with yourself. When we love ourselves enough, there's a gain of power, because when you have the power of in yourself, you have enough to give to others. You will also be asked to be sensitive enough to pull back and retain and not give out your power and your time and your energy all the time. these batteries, these human batteries, do still need to rest, do still need to rejuvenate, do still need to acclimate. And we have to know when to hold and when to fold. We have to know when to continue. We have to know when to just pass something up and stay in quiet. Much like I feel like I'm on the internet a lot, and I want to be in terms of art and doing these shows, but there's a point where maybe it would be good to not be on the internet so much, especially when I do rideshare. I am looking at a device all the time. When I will go work in a grocery store, which looks like it will be happening, I will be in front of a type of computer, but I don't then, after that computer system, need to be on another type of laptop or phone. I can give it a break. And that comes up, I will be doing an announcement about that and limiting my time for a couple of weeks. But yet I probably will do very, very short posts or pictures to have you think about something for when I do return. And that's really for my growth to being available better for all of you. So again, the messenger of water. Let's take a look at to fall in love with ourselves. I need to look for the best in others and to honor it even when it seems a challenge to do so. We just talked about that. My attractions stem from self love and a knowledge that I am part of all love, which takes many forms, each exquisite in its own way. I can have what I desire. There is no need for jealousy, anger, resentment, or fear when I am love and love flows to me powerfully. Let me say that last one again, especially. I can have what I desire. You can have your healing. You can have a cleanse. You can have a removal of. This is what the radiation was about. There's no need for jealousy, anger, resentment, or fear when I am love and love flows into me powerfully. But the radiation of clarity and the purpose of being soothed and cured, let it flow to you. You deserve that. Let's see what these are about. Now, the messenger, I don't know if it comes with a number. I do like to do the numbers as well. Messengers. Do the messengers have numbers? I don't see in her deck. The messenger here doesn't look like it may have a number 10, but I'm not seeing that readily, so I don't want to speak out of turn. It doesn't offer here, probably somewhere. I can also add that to my repertoire for reading. Now, let's see what came forward in these 3 cards. Wow. So they're going to be symbolic. All 3 are about relationship with others and relationship with self, but also they're all about relationship with others. So eyesight is how we see, how we understand or perceive our current situation, how we're willing to see the future or look at the past. The eyesight of seeing even if your heart is breaking. So sometimes in our self-healing, in our healing, in our wanting to be rejuvenated, our wanting to be restored, there is kind of a heartbreak, isn't there? It's a heartbreak because we've trusted what we've known before, we've trusted maybe others' opinions, we're trusting a particular path we're on, and yet some of that may have been just well-meaning misguidance. So this is a number 43, which is a number 7. 4 and 3 is 7. Prepare for your spiritual awakening. There's a lot of root chakra here in grounding, the relationship of the iconic God, brother, and sister who trusted so much in humanity that they were also misled. And sometimes in our beginning of our healing, we are misled. And I also want to interject. When you come to the radiation here that I send out, I do my best to absolutely do it from non-ego in a place of grace that's given forward from the cosmic mind, the cosmic universe, the quantum field, the cosmic field. So here is, you don't have to trust me, trust the quantum field, trust how that radiation felt to you. Go by that. If it does not feel right to you, if it doesn't resonate, step aside. Because you are the power, you are the key. Let's activate the power within. If something is coming toward you and it feels incorrect, step back from it for a while. Use your own discernment. So seeing even your heart is breaking. These two brother and sister trusted humanity enough that it was ultimately their downfall because there was a need to use discernment. There was a need to trust in themselves. There was a need to have a spiritual awakening, even as much as they were goddesses. Nothing is absolute. Change is the only constant. Change is a universal law, a law that is truth. That is a constant law of the universe. That is a law that cannot be altered. Like in our human bodies, we breathe air. We do not breathe carbon dioxide. To wear the mask over your face, even though you think you are protecting others, that now did do something to your own biology. It set you back. You may not have it right now. All is unfolding for that truth to come out. But humans in this human body breathe air, breathe oxygen. We are often shallow breathers. We do often not breathe full enough because we have many things running 95% of our thought process. And this is a time, again, December is a time to decide and conjure, radiate with your own words, your own attitude, your own desire, that which you want to bring in. Nothing is absolute. Change is the only constant. Here is a gentleman who people told him he was going to die, but he believed enough, and he happened to have invisible helpers come along who set him in his miracle. And in his miracle, he set out on a quest, a journey. And what he did was he decided that he didn't have to follow certain rules. He was going to change those rules to suit him in his life, and he did. He worked with purity, the steed, the loyal companion, to set out on this journey, and he became a leader who vanquished many foes. He created his own path on his decision, which you can do that through the radiation that you just went through. You can decide. You can decide your next steps of healing. You can receive your great insight awakening. You can receive your cure. And it's the number 5: earth, air, fire, water, spirit. Beings can assimilate 5 different avenues of like a topic. Like you can, like, for example, if you're in college and you have 5 subjects, you do well with the 5 subjects. 6 is an overload, but I believe 5 is a good heavy workload in college. And yet if you have 5 subjects you're studying in one day, do it for 5 to 15 minutes at a time. Practice it 5 and 15 minutes at a time, because 5 is a number. Look at 5 fingers on our hand. You don't want to overload. Humans learn in 5s. So 5 minutes to 15 minutes. Don't go past too much of that. Do your, if you have cards, like you're teaching yourself some new words, you're teaching yourself some new things in your topic of studying your history or studying your science or studying your geometries, try to limit that to 5 minutes, not 5 hours, but like a 5-minute period, a 15-minute period, things in 5s. But 15 minutes is enough for like just downloading, just assimilating, be gentle. And then the 5 topics are enough. It would be better not to take on 6 topics. And again, then take a look at your workload in college. How many classes are you going to a day? 3 or 4? That's really good. 5 at the most. 5, the human brain assimilates that much easier. 5 is a good number not to overload you. Okay, divine human. Ooh, 44. This is very interesting. Okay. Here, a coupling, a divine union, your next steps in evolution. So, with the radiation in your next steps of evolution, you are allowed your miracle, your cure. You can bring forth that which you desire. You can have parasites eliminated. You can have your natural optimum blueprint returned. You can help have the radiation. You can command forward from the angelic realm, from the mastermind realm, from the dragon realm, the galactic realm, the elemental realm, those invisible helpers that you so called dear to your heart. Call in one or as many that you would like to work with. If it's Yeshua, if it's Lord Saint Germain, if it's the red dragon, if it's the Palladian Arturians, if it's the high fae, the high sylph, if it's violet flame, the violet Tara. Call in that which radiates in your heart as a match, which resonates. So here the divine union is about the DNA strand, if you can see that, where the hairs are turning together. And 44 is 8, also a DNA strand, the infinite intelligence at work, exponentially growing, going, never ending, the money increase. The universe is listening to you increase. Matter is neither created nor destroyed, ever evolving. That's why you are allowed your epiphanies, you are allowed your self learning, your self miracles. You are allowed to heal instantaneously. You are allowed your cure. You are allowed to feel the radiation of improvement, soothing. The better is better. Altogether, these particular numbers 7 and 5 is 12, 12 and 8, 8, 9, 10 is 20, which is a number 2, which is interesting because that is as above, so below, as within, so without, as in coupling, as in right, wrong, up, down, left, right, north, south, east, west, 2, 2 feet, 2 hands, the balance of the human body, male, female, yin, yang, the messenger of water, a human, yet a human underwater, being two beings perhaps at once, an aquatic being and a human being. Very interesting concept for this planet as well. She's not on any device to keep her in another realm underwater. What else? That this be the second night. I had the one night of be be open for the opportunity that presents itself. I think was that one. Let me just get the original card leading into tonight's radiation, which I think was be open. Oh, accept the opportunity that is offered, which is this is an opportunity that is offered for you to feel the radiation, for you to know that you have the power within to cure, to heal, to soothe, to know, to explore, to receive, to allow, to call in, to command forward. And then tonight, the second night. So this kind of had a lot of little serendipitous, perhaps, uh, connections. I'm really hoping that the radiation felt uplifting to you, the card reading. So that in all these cards, just that bit of understanding you're partnering with others, you're not predispositioned to, keep in ill health, that you can actually claim, be helped by invisible helpers and move on, and that your divine union with meeting um, our future selves, your higher self, our galactic selves, this is eminent and helpful in the radiation, in seeing clearly, in allowing for parasites to be dissolved and removed, in our next steps of evolution, if you wish. And if you're not ready for any one of these, let it go. As I said, if it does not resonate, don't let it bother you. Just use the part of this particular share that works for you. And maybe in all of this, something else will come to you, some other epiphany, some other wisdom will lead out of it, and you can let me know. I'm getting really tired. Had a really long, unexpected day. Expected to do this radiation. A little bit light went on when I said that. A little bit of the radiation I expected to come on earlier. So forgive me for this tardiness, but again, I did not want to withhold. I wanted to share and get this out. And we can even later might label this radiation 1 for eyesight, because I'm going to be here a long time. I certainly want to help uplift you through this evolution that we're going through in this awakening of remembering who we are and allowing our divine selves in our mastery to have the powers that we were withheld, to remember that, to use it, and to know that no one has the power over us unless we give it away, unless we don't take care of our physical apparatus, unless we decide that we're afraid of it. And I invite you to embrace your fear and let the fear pass through you, because what will be left As the fear dissipates, is you, in your power, still standing. My little Kylie heart loves you. You are powered by the stars. We are the spark of creation. Activate the power within. Call upon me for any sessions, or if you have any thoughts for different energy sessions or card readings, let me know. I hope you enjoyed all the chitter chatter, and that maybe you will explore having some chamomile tea. Mine was with lemon and with honey. It tastes good. I'm going to go back to it. So blessings, good wishes.